You see, something strange happened when my income started growing. The fear didn't shrink, it grew. And I soon realized that I have been equating my self-worth with my bank account balance my entire adult life. So here's what I'm doing instead. My name is Gerald and I am money drunk. The bank balance as the self-worth equation. So what I've been doing is every morning I take a look at my bank accounts, and when I see that number, I make a judgment not just on the number, is it high or low, is it enough, not enough? It's a direct reflection on my own self-worth. So that number equates to my self-worth. And that comes from years of programming. That comes from Fairfield County and being a provider. And that's what the male role is to be a provider. And if you're not providing enough for your family, you know, the tennis lessons, the skiing, and the private schools, you know, all that stuff. If you're not providing all that stuff, then you're less of a man and you're less of a provider and you're less of a human being. And that's what I'm trying to uncouple, is that equation of my self-worth and my bank account balance. Because no matter what that bank account balance is, whether it's $1,000 or $10 or today it's $533, I have a tendency to equate my self-worth with that number. And you know what? That number is never enough. So therefore, I am never enough. And this makes perfect sense. So the more and more that my income grows, that's the more and more I have to lose. And the further down the scale that I can fall. And that gives me such financial anxiety. So here's what I'm doing instead. So instead of having that reaction of, you know, feeling that financial shame when I look at my bank account balance, what I can do is I can look and I can look at the specific number and I can pause. I can stop. I can use that 3-breath practice. Breathe in for 4 beats, hold it for 7 beats, breathe out for 8 beats. Do that 3 times. And once I'm able to do that 3 times, now, instead of reacting, I can respond. So instead of reacting in a way and blaming and shaming myself, oh geez, Gerald, he did it again, and oh Gerald, that isn't enough, and you know, why didn't you do that yesterday? Instead of going down that downward spiral, what I can do is, like I said, after I've paused, I can take that next right action. What can I do instead? So here's one idea of what I can do instead. And if any of this is making any sense to you, go ahead and hit that like button. That really helps out the channel, and it helps me bring more and more videos just like this to you. Because I noticed that there's not a lot of people talking about this financial shame and this financial anxiety and the whole money psychology behind the decisions, the financial decisions that we make, and how we begin to grow as individuals. So what's one thing that I can do as a response to my bank account? Well, one thing that I can do is I can look for some clarity, okay? And one of the things I can look for clarity in is taking a look at my debts. So how much do I actually owe? How much is actually with that collection company? How much is with that credit card company? And how much do I owe that person, that individual? If I take a good, honest, rigorously honest look at that, and I make a list of that, now I know exactly what I'm working with. So that vagueness and that fear and anxiety goes to clarity. And in that clarity, I can begin to take that next right action. But it's in that vagueness that it makes it impossible to be able to work with with that number, because all it is a big number, is a big scary number. But once I know exactly what it is, then I can take the necessary steps. Maybe I need to ask for a moratorium, or maybe I need to pay $5 a month. Whatever it is, now that I know the number, I can take that next right action. As long as I'm willing to take that next right action, I can begin to grow, and I can begin to turn down the volume of that money anxiety. It's never going to go away fully, and that's okay, because it points to growth. It points in a direction where I can always grow. So again, if this video meant anything to you, if you resonated, if you identified with anything inside of this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And also check out the link down in the description. Schedule a call with me. Let's continue this conversation about money psychology, money, financial insecurity, financial anxiety, and money blocks. And join me on this journey as I continue to get money sober. Take a look at this next video. And I hope it makes a difference in your life.